Hello. All right, let's start this over. Hey, everybody. Happy Wine Wednesday. I hope you're having an awesome sauce day. I'll put a note in like the comments and everywhere for people to just start the video a little bit later because you can't hear me. But yes, so today we are going to go over what the different bottle sizes are on wine bottles and how to best use them. Let me know. Did you know that there are different sizes to wine bottles? Did you know that like there's like basically 11 different bottle sizes? Not your fault, Kay. Totally not your fault. 100% my fault. So yes, so we're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over like what do you do with the different sizes when you have these different sizes. And yeah, so it's me, your girl T today. Kay is actually hanging out with family and having limited service, so we didn't think it would be beneficial for you guys to like have like splotchy service or whatever, and she couldn't come on live. So it's just me today, but we're gonna make this quick, fun, and then be done. So if you don't know who I am Tiara, aka T, your wine diva. And I am a co-founder here in the Basic Wino community. My other co-founder, the Som Mom K, is hanging out with us in the comments. So if you have any questions, she'll definitely be helping you out down there. Yeah, right? You're like, what was going on? So I have this awesome sauce microphone, right? And I call myself being, helpful and thoughtful ahead of time, like trying to set myself up for success. So I like plug in my webcam, I put on my microphone, but I put everything like on mute or block. So like, if I'm, run around naked or something, like whatever, or Jay and I are having a weird conversation and something happens and it randomly goes live, like you don't hear that conversation. But in saying that, sometimes I forget to unmute the microphone, and yeah, then that's not helpful. That's not how that works. Not now that you have like, a TMI into my life. But all right, so first things first, cheers to Wine Wednesday. I have a Zinfandel. Let me know what you are sipping on. I know who said that they have a Riesling. It's not showing me in the comments, but that's okay. Let's get down to business. So we're going to start from the smallest and go to the largest and kind of give you a breakdown for all that jam. So first things first, the first bottle you might be familiar with if you like bubbly and you are you like to order bubbles while you're like out and about and at restaurants. This is typically where I see it. It's also a great opportunity to try different wines if you're going for that, and that is a split. I just totally realized what this bottle says. So this is a bottle like back from college. I don't think I'll ever drink it now, just because of like how old it is. But this was like a brand of rosé that my friends and I really loved drinking back then. It's got like a sweet flavor, but really it's all because it says, I'm just gonna say it, we're adults here, right? We're all over 21. Bitch bubbly. And I always just got a kick out of the name. So my friends and I used to like buy it all the time. And then I think the company like disappeared, and my theater big found this bottle and gave it to me. So I will cherish the split for ages. It's already like bricking. It's totally not the right color anymore. So these are the things that you don't want to do with cheap wine. You don't want to age them unless you're going to keep it forever and never drink it. And then, so a split is about, it is like 187 milliliters. So like a quarter size of a bottle of wine. So roughly about like a glass of wine. So you're usually going to find this with bubbles, which of bubbles you usually get a little bit less in your glass. So like an average glass of wine, some people say 4 ounces. I'm of the 5 ounce kind of person because I think we all deserve that extra ounce of awesomeness, right? So in a champagne flute is a little less. I would say it's about like 3 ounces or so, 3 to 4 ounces. And so typically when I go out, I find that when I have a split, it's like it feels like 2 glasses of wine for me, and it makes me happy. So I do enjoy, if I find like a split's usually about $12 to $15, so it's about the same size as a standard glass of wine, and maybe a little bit more. So I just feel like I get a more bang for my buck. I don't know, but that's kind of when you want to use it. You want it to have, it's more of like a personal sipper thing. So if you want to try out a bottle and you find some splits like at the grocery store or your wine market, do that. Wine market, wine shop is the word I was looking for. Or if you are like at a restaurant, that's typically where I see them most. So that is, yes. So about a quarter size of a bottle. The next step up is a demi, and a demi is actually the half, or also known as a half, and that's half size, and that's 375 milliliters. So that's like just slightly above a split, but slightly below your like your standard size bottle. And I don't have a demonstration of that. I just have the split on hand. There is also something called a Ginny, which I think is fun. It's 500 milliliters, so a little bit over half a bottle. I've also never really seen one of those, but basically I feel like all these bottles are like personalized, personal style bottles, something that you can drink yourself in a specific night, or something like that. So that's what you're going to have. Now we're going to move up to what we're all probably most familiar with, and that is our standard 750 size bottle of wine. For that, I say that's more of like, it's two of you enjoying dinner together, enjoying and having a really good time. So I think that a standard is perfect for two people if you're going out to eat, if you're having a dinner party. I mean, I've personally finished off a bottle of wine myself sometimes, so it depends on what kind of night you're having. But if we're trying to like keep it like to a 2-glass minimum kind of style, I would go with the standard. Next level up, we have we have our Magnum bottle. Yeah, big boys. It's like a baby. It's the size of a baby. So this is 1.5 milliliters or 2 bottles of wine. So this is great for, if you and your friend are serious wine drinkers, then, you can go ahead and get yourself a Magnum, boo. Like, enjoy that Magnum. It's all good. Or if you are trying to stick to that 2 bottles or 2, I'm already on like bottles, the 2-glass size, then go ahead. This is great for like a dinner party. If you're having like 4 people over, maybe 2 couples, and you're trying to enjoy like a lovely dinner, have a couple of glasses of wine or whatever, a Magnum is a great way to go, assuming that all of you like the same exact kind of wine. All right. Next step up is going to be a double Magnum, which is basically 2 of these. So 4 bottles of wine. So great for like 8 people. If you're having a bigger party, maybe it's Christmas, it's something like that. You want to get like a nice big bottle of wine. That's a great time to use it. So now we're going to get into like some really, really big numbers. And I'm not trying to break everything down. Yes, the size. A Magnum is the size of a baby. I really just like to tell you the names because I think they're fun names. I really feel like, it's kind of like biblical to it. And, if you think about it, Jesus did turn water into wine. So I feel like there's a little bit of like wine is religion in some instances, not to get like, get all preachy up in here, but I feel like it kind of does have a little bit of that essence to it, right? And on that note, it's time for a sip. Yeah. So the next step up is going to be a Jeroboam. The Jeroboam is 4.5 liters or 6 of these, 6 bottles of wine, great for like 12 people or so. The next step up from that is going to be an Imperial, which is 6 liters, 8 bottles of wine, getting bigger and bigger. They're going up by like 4, which is pretty awesome. The next one is going to be a Salamanzar. Salamanzar, I think that's how you say it. Yeah, 12 bottles. Balthazar is going to be 12 liters or 16 bottles, and a Nebuchadnezzar is going to be 15 liters or 20 bottles. So you got a lot. And I think there's even more going up and up and up and up and up. But when you get into those large formats, it's really kind of hard to find them, commercialized anyway. You're pretty much going to only see from the split to the Magnum, maybe a double Magnum inside a standard wine shop or winery. If you start seeing these bigger sizes, that's probably like you're at a winery, you're talking to a distributor, you're talking to someone on a bigger level that can get you access to all of that. Hello. Someone said Jesus juice. I can't. Oh, Mikey's a double Magnum. Kay's baby is now a double Magnum. I love that. I love it a lot. All right, somehow my phone just like went off of the thing. So let me pull it back up so I can see. Hello, Marissa. I like to know who's talking to me. So yeah, so these are all of the different sizes. So I just went over the 11 different bottle sizes, and from like the baby split all the way up to the Nebuchadnezzar, which who doesn't want 20 bottles of wine, right? That's great for like 40 people. If you could do like a full on like champagne toast at a wedding with that or something. I don't know, but you still have to like track someone down to get that. There's also actually one bigger. So there's like 12 different types of bottles, there's a Solomon or a Melchior, which is 24 standard bottles of wine or a whole case. It's literally a whole case. And I know there's more than that because there's things that can fit like entire barrels and all that. And y'all, it's crying. But the larger quantities of wine, you really got to remember that like you don't really want to open something that you can't enjoy right now. Wine does tend to, depending on what kind you have, reds that have a bigger, bolder body, they will last a little bit longer in like the refrigerator after you open it. But the more oxygen that gets into the bottle, the more that the wine is going to oxidize and it's going to start turning into vinegar and it's going to start breaking down and it's no longer going to be that amazing, yummy Jesus juice we were talking about earlier. So you definitely want to be able to enjoy it in a time. So if you're having a party or a dinner party or having friends over or something like that with multiple people, then that's a great time to utilize those large formats. Christmas, Thanksgiving, holidays, when you want to have a really nice bottle to pair with your meal, I think is a great time to play around with getting larger formats and saving a little bit of money because, if Costco taught us anything, buying in bulk always saves us money, right? So yes, give me a barrel. You know what? I do want that is on my life's goal, is to actually get a barrel of wine one day. I do really want to do that. And I also want to create a desk. This is also another life goal of mine. I want to get 2 barrels and something to create like my actual desk and just have like a legit wine desk. I don't know where I'm going to find it or who I'm going to make it for me, but it's happening one day. So that's all I have for you this evening. I hope you learned some fun things about the different sizes of wine barrels and bottles and all that good stuff. And of course, if you have any questions about wine in general, definitely just drop it in here in Basic Wino. Let us know if you got some good content out of this. If you had some fun, please send this out to your friends. This is a public community, so you can totally tag anyone that's not in this group. But if they're not in this group, why not? Because we have a lot of fun in here. I think we have a good time. Let me know if you think we have a good time. Oh my gosh. Kay saying wedding. Oh Lord have mercy. Kay's pushing really hard for this. And Jay is not listening right now. Jay should be working. Should be. And probably not. But anyways, thank you for watching, sharing, and loving up on us here in Basic Wino. Catch you later. Next week, we'll have something else live every week, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And we do look forward to actually incorporating a Zoom function. So we would love to start doing shorter live videos for you here inside of the community, like 10 to 15 minutes. And then afterwards, having just like a powwow, like wanting to hop on and have a glass of wine. You can kind of do a free-for-all asking questions, but we also would like the opportunity to share a little bit more about our businesses in the wine industry, what wines are like delicious, and like opportunities to share that with you, as well as an opportunity to tell you how to make some money in the wine industry. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be starting doing those Zooms probably in March. So have a great night. Ciao. If it lets me off.